should say morning, people, because it is the morning.
Hi. Hi. Can I say hi? Hi.
So today is the 4th of October, which is a Sunday. We have been MIA for a whole entire week because Kai has been ill. He caught a chest infection last week, so he was off school for the whole entire week. I had to submit some accounts for my company's house and HMRC, and I was so exhausted trying to look after a sick little one, trying to get that all done and submitted on time. It's just been a manic week. So we are just literally leaving the house. It's about 11:20. We are leaving the house to go and do a quick shop so that I can come back and do some stuff and obviously get cook dinner and get his uniform ready and get ready for school tomorrow, so that tomorrow morning obviously we're not rushing and he's not feeling thingy. I told you to go and put shoes on and that's what you was going to do. So we will catch back with you when we get back from shopping. I would say that the food shop is probably the biggest shop, or the biggest amount of money that's spent week in, week out by most families. And obviously people feel, you know, there's been so much focus on health. Let me keep that open so I can hear the oven beep. You know, focus on health, making sure your kids eat properly. Yeah, making sure your kids eat properly, making sure, you know, you get your right amount of vegetables and, you know, you're not eating this type of pasta or this type of bread, or, you know, you're getting basically you're just getting a healthy balance. One thing I have noticed is that all the bad food is usually the cheapest. Anything that's good for you is the most expensive food. Now, although there's only me and Kai, like, you know.
No, watch how fast I can do my thing.
Okay. You know, we still have to eat decent meals, and obviously because I work from home, I still have to cover lunch, which is probably cheaper because I don't have to travel. But I say that if I have to go and see a client, or if I've got something that I need to go and get, or from the wholesalers, it still costs me petrol money, so there's some form of traveling involved anyway.
Hello. Like a boss. Yep, Mum. Like a boss.
Okay.
Like
because we're talking about food. We're talking about Minecraft.
Minecraft has food in it.
Play Forza and keep out my business.
Also, Horizon 2? Okay.
You've got half an hour. Did you check the time that you've gone on?
Nah.
You might want to do half an hour. I said an hour, sorry, not half an hour. So anyway.
Okay, 12:43.
Last year, was it last year or was it earlier this year? We watched a program that's on BBC One, and no, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not have anything to do with it, but I watched a video called Eat Well for Less.
Oh, this is the funny show.
And last time we watched it, it was an eye opener, but this time was a really big eye opener because they had some people on there who were spending like 300 over. Was the last one we just watched? They were spending over £300 a month, innit? £300 a week, innit?
Yeah.
They were like spending £330 a week on food, and I was like, God damn! Excuse my language. I was like, oh, that's a lot of money for some food. And one thing I've always, you know, don't get me wrong, everybody loves to buy brands, you know, but do the brands actually taste better than? Oh, my mum's calling now. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Sorry, my mum called. I called her earlier and she was just literally returning my call. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm like, £330, like, what are we buying? You know, a lot of brands were going in there. And one of the main things that they did say was try and do meal plans. Try and plan ahead. Because if you plan ahead, you'll know what you're cooking, what you'll need to buy if you haven't got everything in the house. And it reduces your shopping bill. Because now you're not just going around and just, oh, I think I need that. Or I think I need that. Yeah, possibly need that. Oh, maybe I can make a meal out of that. And then what happens, which has happened to me in the past, you buy it and then you might not eat it. Or, you know, something will happen. So I thought, let me give it a try. And I'm not afraid to say, I shop in Aldi. I occasionally shop in Tesco's. And I occasionally shop in Sainsbury's. But there are a whole lot of other supermarkets available. And at one point, I would say I shopped exclusively in Tesco's. Till it got to a point where I was spending £60-70 a week. And I couldn't see out of that what I was... Anybody who lives those glasses lives knows what it's like when you can see a fingerprint on your glasses and every time you look, that's all you're seeing. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, I couldn't see what I was actually... I felt like I was buying £70 worth of food, but actually still my cupboards looked bare and my fridge still looked bare. So my mum started shopping in Aldi and she was like, Dee, like, you got to cut back on your money because obviously you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. Try Aldi. Now, obviously, everybody's idea of Aldi is that, oh, it's for the broke people, it's for the cheap people. But I will say this. It ain't. That's not good English. It isn't. Number one, everybody's misconception is the food is disgusting. I mean, I had a conversation with a mum ages ago who was like, I didn't find the food that nice. And then, now, I've had a few things. I had the ice cream from there. Wasn't particularly nice. Fair enough. But I've had the same tinned mackerel, tinned sardines. I've had tuna. I've had the tomato ketchup, the mayonnaise. We've bought fruit and veg. And I've got to say, the fruit and veg from there is better than the ones I get in Tesco's and Sainsbury's. And they last. I ain't bringing them home and 2 days later, I'm looking in the tomatoes and they're all going off. Like, I can have tomatoes in my fridge for at least 5 to 6 days and I can still eat them. Kyron absolutely loves the oranges from there. It's so bad now. I won't buy oranges from anywhere else because anytime I bought oranges from Tesco's, mainly Tesco's. I don't know about Sainsbury's because I haven't really bought a lot of orange fruit from Sainsbury's. Yeah, mainly Tesco's. And this is not me dissing them, but Kyron says they're not that sweet. Whereas the ones we bought from Aldi, yeah, the ones we bought from Aldi for the last few weeks, Kyron has eaten like maybe 2 in a row. Like yesterday, how many did you have? Kyron had 3 in a row. And they're only little easy peeler ones. So they're not the massive big oranges. But I've had a few and they have actually been sweet. Same with the strawberries, taste good. Same with the blueberries, don't have an issue with them. Cucumbers, the tomatoes, the mushrooms, the spinach. Anything I've bought from them has been good and has lasted. So that's the misconception number 1. Biscuits. I've bought custard creams. I've bought rich teas. We bought cookies. They are right. Crisp. Again, not an issue. Now, you know, like I said, a lot of people tend to feel like the cheaper they are, the worse they are. And I would say that's definitely, I think it is, watching that program made me understand that our eyes are very important and how we've been raised in regards to brands are, you know, affecting our taste buds. Because obviously, I don't know if you've watched it, but for those who haven't watched it, basically what they do is they let them go and do a normal shop. And then they ask them to, have a look at their shopping patterns and what they're doing and, you know, the craziness that they do while they're shopping. Then they ask them to estimate how much they think they've spent on that shop. And 9 times out of 10, they are way off.
One time they were about close. They said about 200 or something. I think it was quite a long time ago.
Maybe, I don't know. But they're usually off, Kyron.
And it was like 250.
They're still off because obviously you're spending £30 more than you didn't account for or you don't feel you've spent. God, man, my next door neighbours are damn loud. Damn loud. It's the truth, Kyron. Anyway, so once they've done that, what they do is they take them home and, you know, they kind of then say how much they spend over a month. Like they calculate their receipts and then break it down as into over maybe a yearly period, how much, or 6 months, how much they spend per week, or, you know, and sometimes it's been as much as 200 and something pounds. Some people, like last week's one was £330, and these people are gobsmacked. They're like, really? That's our weekly spend? And what's the biggest thing is that they're not only just doing a big shop or a shop once a week, they're also going back in on random days to pick up extra stuff. Now, I'm a type of chick, I shop on a Friday. I don't see the supermarket again unless I really, really need to until Friday. I make sure that I get everything that covers us for the week so that I'm not going out and spending additional money that's unnecessary if I had just done a meal plan or just had done a list to begin with. So then what they do is they swap out a lot of those things and swap them with other brands from other supermarkets and other places, you know, other supermarkets that they don't shop in, and maybe cheaper brands or value brands or whatever, and they're given no packaging. So they have no idea whether they're eating a value brand or they're eating what I call a brand, as in a Kellogg's or a Princess or a Heinz or whatever.
Oreos.
Whatever.
Oh, come on, I'm gonna drive.
And it's funny because there's been so many times where they've eaten something and they've been like, oh, that tastes disgusting. I don't like that. I will not be buying it. And that's the same brand that they've been buying for years. And usually, I'll give you an example. There was a guy who was buying muesli, Alpha muesli, and he ate it. They hadn't swapped it. They'd kept it the same. And he was like, oh, this tastes disgusting. He didn't even finish it. And I thought to myself, look at that. So usually you eat it because you're like, yeah, it's Alpen, it's the top brand, it's the leader. Yeah, man, it tastes good. The fact that you did not know what it is, you assumed it was a cheaper brand, and your taste buds were like, nah, brethren, we don't like that. So for me, that just goes to show that people nowadays tend to taste with their eyes. They're like, okay, that's a brand that's going to taste good, rather than actually tasting with their taste buds and being like, actually, that doesn't taste that great. So I have no issue with that, because if I taste something else and it don't taste bad, I'm like, you know, it is what it is. I suppose for me, because I'm all about saving money where I can and being economical and not just being wasteful for the sake of it, just to say that I bought a Kellogg's cornflakes, or I bought, I don't know, a Heinz tomato ketchup. Like, really? Like, yeah. I should say, morning people, it is not coming down very hard with rain, but I have got my brolly up, because even when it's that little spitty fine rain, because I wear glasses, it's like it raining on your windscreen of your car. It's just irritating, and I don't have no wipers to wipe off the water. So we are doing our daily walk to school. We've done really well, because it's how many weeks in, and we've walked nearly every day. To be fair, come cross baby. We've walked every day to school, and actually we've been early. Usually when we drive, we're usually late. Then obviously your car is faster, because it is a good nearly at least 25-minute walk. But the problem is, where Kai school is, there's a lot of traffic, so it takes a long time to get there. So it's easier for us to sometimes just walk. Obviously, added with the fact that we can't park around Kyron's school, because they, for some strange reason, have a parking attendant or parking warden come round before and after school.
I saw the warden yesterday.
Yeah.
It wasn't the skinny guy, it was
Somebody else. On my way back, and now it decides to see if you can see. You can hear it just chucking it down with rain. And the silly person that I am, not thinking, look at what colour jeans I've got, and I'm just gonna light coloured jeans. Oops, sorry. Let me put this on my wrist. Light coloured jeans. So the back of my jeans are probably annihilated. I didn't really think that for it, and I was going to put them back on. I was like, nah, it's supposed to be sunny today. It's supposed to be cloudy but sunny later on. Boy, was I wrong. Anyway, on my way home to get on with my day.